welcome back to my channel. So we are 8 weeks out from Two Bros on the 9th of May. So checked in with my coach on Friday. He sent me some feedback. He's happy with how everything's going. So at the moment, everything's pretty much like sturdy, even though I like doubt myself and I think like I'm not gonna be ready, like, because in my head I'm like, oh my god, I've got 8 weeks and I know how crazy lean I need to get and I don't feel like I'm anywhere near that. But 8 weeks is still a long time. I mean, like, a lot can happen in 8 weeks. So he sent me my feedback at the weekend and he has reduced my calories. So this is when it gets scary because I get really comfortable on the calories that I'm on. So being on like 2,000 or just under 2,300, it was like a perfect amount. Wasn't getting hungry, like I had a big amount of food still considering I was dropping weight. And everything just felt like really nice and easy. And then he has to turn around and go, right, we're dropping your food. He says he knows I'm much gonna hate it, but he knows it's what needs to be done and I know what needs to be done. And then once it's done, it's fine. It's that initial thought of like, oh wait, hang on a minute, I was really comfortable with those calories. But yeah, anyway, so he's dropped them down. So I'm now just under 2,000. Yeah, you heard right, I'm just under 2,000. I mean, like, that's normal for some people, but for me who thrives and doesn't really gain weight on like 2,500, 600, 2,000 is a big drop in calories for me. But the good thing is training and cardio, all of that is kept the same, which I would rather have that at the minute. Because I haven't got the gym and the Stairmaster, it's a lot harder to do cardio because nobody wants to be doing HIIT for an hour a day. It's just so not nice. If it means doing that, I will, but I'd rather the food drop a little bit. I mean, being 8 weeks out and still on 2,300 calories was like, it's rare. Like, not many girls have that. But as I've said before, my body runs better off high calories and a bigger output of me moving and obviously daily expenditure. So yeah, so just under 2,000. He has slightly changed my food. So most of my like protein and meat is exactly the same. There's a few little switches that I've wanted in because it's now been pretty much 3 months where I've been on the same food and I find after a while it can get really boring. Even though on prep I do prefer to have the same, like just because it's easier for like shopping and cooking because you know every day what you're gonna have. But it gets to a point where like I'll be eating like my yogurts and like I absolutely love my Arla yogurts, but like I'll be eating them and like near enough gagging because I've had them like 3 months in a row. So yes, I'm gonna run through my new food plan with you guys. There's only a few small tweaks, but it's just nice to have that excitement of having like different foods and I can add certain things to my meals and things like that. So at the weekend, he's also dropped my calories down. So I was on 1,700, which this weekend I haven't struggled with. It hasn't been too bad, just because I've been prolonging my food. So for breakfast, rather than getting up straight away at 8 o'clock, eating my breakfast and then only having like 4 more meals to last me the entire day, I'll have a cup of tea, I'll drag my breakfast out for as long as I can. So like I'll get ready, I'll shower, and then probably eat breakfast at like 10, half 10, so I'm literally so hungry. And then just prolong the rest of my food and meals throughout the day. And then I always find before I have my dinner, so literally me and Danny eat really late. We always eat between like pretty much 9:30 and 9:45 at night. Now for some people that's gonna sound absolutely bizarre and like, oh my God, how can you eat so late? Like that's not good for you. That's just our lifestyle. We are more of we don't get up till 8 a.m, like whereas some people get up at 6, but then we don't go to bed till like 11, half 11. So us having dinner at 9:30 is perfect. And when I go back to work, I have clients until 9 p.m. And from 6 till 9, there's no way I can get another meal in because I've got clients back to back. So me having dinner at 9:30 is pretty much the norm. So even though we're not at work, I do like to try and keep it the same. So when we go back to work, it's not too much of like a switch because I know if I start having my dinner early now, I'll get back to work and I'll be like PTing. It'll be like 8 o'clock at night and I'll be literally starving. So yeah, that's the story of that. Completely lost my train of thought. So, weekend calories. That's where I was. Wow. Who would have thought like a month ago I wouldn't even know what to say on here. Now I'm literally talking absolute, yeah. Okay, so the weekends, my food and calories have now gone down to 1,600. I literally messaged, I did a voice note with my coach this morning because even throughout the week, so I have 2 chocolate digestive biscuits in the evening, and usually on prep he will literally keep them up until pretty much the end, until about 4 weeks out. Then he would take them out because for me they're like it keeps me sane basically. It might just sound mad, 2 biscuits, but it just helps. Yeah, so I checked my plan yesterday, like was reading through it and it was all like fine, like calories have dropped, like bagels have gone from a full bagel to a bagel thin, which just we know happens. Then I got to the bottom and it was like digestive biscuits, one. I voice noted him like, excuse me Dan, 1 digestive biscuit? Are you trying to fall out with me? But yeah, it's just funny because he knows what I'm like. So yeah, he literally messaged me and was like, look, I know you hate change, but you know it's got to be done. But it wasn't too much of a change, so it was fine. Anyway, yeah, 1 biscuit, I literally nearly lost my head. So the jellies are back out. My low calorie jellies stopped me feeling so hungry, and it just means bulking my food out again. So on my last prep, anything that I'll have, I'll literally like chop up peppers, onions, courgettes, add all that into it. So I'm having volume foods, so I basically don't go hungry. Anyway, long talk, but yes, so week 8, so we're 8 weeks out. This is, we're technically 7 weeks because the last week of prep isn't really prep because you kind of have to like reel it in a little bit. So yeah, it's exciting. 4 weeks today until the gym's open, which again is like a little bit of motivation. Yeah, so I'm gonna take through this entire week, show you my food, pop a bit of training in there maybe. And yeah, I will speak to you soon. Right, I'm going to take you through today's food. This is going to be meal plan 1. I do have 2 that I switched throughout the week, as you know. So my calories now are just under 2,000, as I've said. And I'm going to quickly show you through today. I'm not going to go into detail with my breakfast because it is exactly the same. So again, I've literally got 85 grams of oats still, which I'm pleased with. 20 grams of peanut butter, 50 grams, I need to say the veg then, of fruit. And I've just, obviously, as per, I've just used, I've gone for gingerbread this time, feeling Christmassy. Gingerbread drops, gingerbread syrup, and salted caramel peanut butter. And then after I've eaten this, and I've got a cup of tea with my vitamins. I'll run through these again. So I've literally just got typical like kids gummy sweet, vitamin C, omega-3, glucosamine, magnesium, vitamin B and vitamin D. So I don't get these from anywhere special, they're literally just Asda's cheap ones, they literally do the job. So yeah, after eating this, I'm going to chill, I'm doing steps and then I'm going to go and train up into today. Come on. One more.
It's another session done. Like, it's definitely getting a lot harder now. Like, I can really tell my calories have been dropped today. Like, for like the last 3 days, obviously it's Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. It's been like hard. Like, I'm struggling with my weights now, and everything is slowly getting a little bit harder. But we push through. Feeling very tiny today. Like, my waist has gone. But yeah.
So I've just finished training and I've come back for some lunch. A bit later today, so I take my car into the garage finally. So now calories are dropped, it's all about volume. So I'm literally putting everything in my dinners just to make them a bit bigger. I'll show you now. So I've got 150 grams of mince, I've got 100 grams of my rainbow rice, then I've got 50 grams of sweet corn, and I've added a whole onion and half a pepper. If I literally just had mince and rainbow rice, it would literally look so small, and they always say eat with your eyes. So if it looks small, you're going to end up thinking that you're hungry. So yeah, this is what I've got. I mean, it doesn't look the most appetizing as ever. And then I've just used my typical little spicy tomato sauce again. So there we go. It doesn't look like that exciting. It literally, it's not exactly like a meal you'll have all the time. It's literally just because obviously I'm cutting. And then I'm strangely going to put sweet chilli sauce on it. Sweet chilli and kind of spag bowl. I feel like it goes. Yeah, so this is lunch, and then I've got some snacks. I'll pop all of my calories and macros here as well. Okay, so moving on to snack number 1. So I still have my bagel with jam and half a spread. So now instead of a full bagel, it has now gone down to the bagel thins. I mean, like, as much as I love food, like, these are just like, yeah, they're just so pointless. But yeah, so bagel thin, I still have my skinny food jam, the cherry one. And then the other side, I got 15 grams of the chocolate duo spread. I do swap this out, so because the skinny food jam's only 7 calories, it gives me an extra 50 calories. So I have the spread instead. Okay, so before dinner, I'm gonna have my shake. I should have 1 scoop in with my oats, but I'm not really a big fan of protein oats. I mean, I don't mind them, but I'd rather have the same and then have a shake in the afternoon. So I've got a little bit of almond milk and 2 scoops. Today I've just opened the strawberry one. Normally I have banana, but I fancy strawberry, so I'm going to have that. Then this evening I'm going to have a protein bar and my 1 biscuit for bed. So at the minute, I'll have obviously the USN white chocolate cookie dough protein bar. So these, if you like sweet protein bars, these are insane. So these literally are perfect for me. And then I'll have 1 chocolate biscuit, as Coach just got rid of 1. So my last meal, we have the same as the other weeks. 4 hex sausages, 300 grams of potato and veg, and I've got some gravy and onion gravy as well. Yeah, so I'll have a protein bar and my digestive biscuit in bed with a cup of tea. And that is pretty much my entire days with food, and that is roughly just under 2,000 calories. Right, it is Thursday. Today is upper. Yeah, upper. I did legs yesterday, just having my coffee before I go and train. This week has been, I'd say, a bit of a stressful week. We've had issues with both the cars now for a while, and took the car into the garage yesterday. My Fiesta has literally just died. Like, the guy was like, if you want it repairing, you're looking at like 800 quid, and the car's worth like 800 quid. It's annoying because if we was at work, like, we'll just buy another car, it's fine. Obviously we can, but it's just another stress, and try not to let that like wind us up. So yeah, I'm about to go and train upper, and then I'm going to do some steps now actually. I think I've got some time. Yeah, I've got 20 minutes, so I'm gonna do some 20-minute steps and then go and train upper. So I'm going to wrap week number 8 up here. So checked in this morning with my coach, and I'm down, I think it's 0.5. So from jam when I first started, I was 67.8, and I'm now 64.5 kgs. It's only a 3 kg loss. I've also lost 1 centimetre, I think it was in total. So I've lost half a centimetre from my legs and half a centimetre from my waist. So I feel like after the calorie drop, things are kind of speeding up a little bit. This weekend I'm heading into my 1,600 calories, so this weekend should be fun. Yeah, I definitely found it a lot harder this week. I can really tell now with like training, like I can tell that it's getting harder, like my calories are low, my energy's low, but we know it happens this far into prep, so we just push it on and we get on with it. So I will pop my changes just here from the start of January until now, and then I'll also put on from last week until this week the changes. So it's mad how my weight hasn't really changed that much, but you can see visually that I'm coming in a lot tighter, I'm starting to feel smaller, I'm noticing clothes are getting a lot smaller on me as well and looser. So everything seems to be going in the right direction. We are now moving on to week number 7, and I know it's time to dig a little bit deeper again. So far, coach hasn't made any other changes, which at the minute is great. So we have 3 weeks until we're back to the gym, not like I'm counting, but yeah, it's coming around so quick. Like before we know it, I'll be 4 weeks out from the first show of the year, which is crazy. Anyway, we're another week down and I'm excited to push further and see where we can go with this. So far, everything's smooth. I'm having no issues really with hunger. I mean, there's the odd day where I'm hungry, but nothing major. I'm just excited now and I'm just so ready for the next kind of step in this prep. So that is everything for this week. Thank you for watching, and if you are new here, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.